There are many different ways of fishing depending on the water environment and the scale of exploitation. In traditional fishing, fishermen often use nets, fishing rods, nets or traps to catch fish in rivers, lakes and ponds. For large-scale fishing at sea, people use modern fishing vessels with trawls, purse seines or long lines to harvest large quantities. Some methods such as electric or chemical fishing are banned because they are harmful to the environment and ecosystem. Currently, many sustainable fishing methods are being promoted to protect aquatic resources and ensure the long-term development of fisheries. In addition to traditional and modern fishing methods, fishermen also apply integrated farming techniques to reduce pressure on natural exploitation. In some coastal areas, cage fish farming helps provide a stable source of seafood without depleting resources. In addition, the application of advanced technology such as GPS positioning, radar and remote monitoring systems helps fishing vessels operate more efficiently, minimizing risks when going to sea. However, overfishing and environmental pollution are still major challenges for the fisheries industry. Therefore, strict management from authorities as well as awareness of protecting the sea from each person is needed to ensure long-term fish resources. In addition to strict management of fishing activities, many countries have applied policies to protect aquatic resources such as banning fishing during the breeding season, regulating the minimum size of fish allowed to be exploited and establishing marine reserves. These measures help maintain ecological balance and ensure that fish resources regenerate naturally. In addition, raising fishermen's awareness of sustainable fishing is important. Training programs, instructions on the use of environmentally friendly fishing gear and responsible fishing practices will help minimize negative impacts on marine ecosystems. At the same time, consumers also play an important role in choosing seafood products with sustainable certification, contributing to promoting the development of the seafood industry in a safer and more efficient direction. In short, fishing is not only an important industry but also directly related to the environment and natural resources. The combination of reasonable exploitation, application of modern technology and protection of the ecosystem will help maintain long-term aquatic resources, ensure livelihoods for fishermen and meet human food needs in addition to protecting aquatic resources. Governments and international organizations are also making efforts to control illegal fishing activities. Actions such as using explosives, chemicals, electric shocks or fishing in restricted areas not only deplete fish stocks but also destroy the habitats of many marine species. To prevent this situation, many countries have applied strong measures such as patrolling at sea, installing satellite fishing vessel monitoring systems and severely punishing violations. In addition, the trend of sustainable fisheries development is increasingly attracting attention. Large-scale marine farming models applying high technology help reduce pressure on exploitation from nature, while creating a clean and stable food source for the market. Research and application of selective fishing methods, avoiding overexploitation are also important directions to ensure the long-term development of the fisheries industry. In short, fishing is not only an economic activity but also associated with the responsibility of protecting the environment and natural resources. To ensure sustainable fisheries resources, there needs to be coordination between the government, fishermen and the community in applying reasonable fishing measures. protecting the marine ecosystem and moving towards a sustainable fisheries industry. In addition to management measures and modern technology, international cooperation in the field of fishing also plays an important role. Many countries with common seas have signed agreements on the exploitation and protection of fisheries resources. In order to avoid conflicts and ensure sustainable development, organizations such as the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, have also introduced many policies and programs to support countries in effectively managing fisheries. In addition, the development of the seafood processing and export industry has also had a strong impact on fishing methods. Large markets such as Europe, the US, and Japan have very strict requirements on the quality, origin, and sustainability of seafood products. This forces the fishing industry to comply with international standards, use environmentally friendly fishing methods, and ensure clear traceability. In the future, the application of artificial intelligence, big data, and biotechnology can help improve fishing efficiency while still protecting marine ecosystems. Combining conservation and rational exploitation will be the key to helping the fisheries industry develop sustainably, both meeting global food demand and protecting valuable resources for future generations. In addition to applying technology and management policies, the role of the community and the awareness of fishermen is also very important in protecting aquatic resources. If each fisherman complies with regulations on legal fishing, uses environmentally friendly fishing gear and does not overexploit, the marine ecosystem will have a better chance of recovering and developing sustainably. Education and propaganda on marine environmental protection are also key factors. Awareness-raising programs for fishermen, students and coastal communities help people better understand the importance of conserving marine ecosystems. Many localities have organized activities such as planting mangrove forests, collecting plastic waste at sea and building marine reserves to help restore aquatic resources. In addition, developing green economic models, such as marine ecotourism or sustainable aquaculture, also helps reduce pressure on fishing activities. When fishermen have additional income from other industries, they will not need to overexploit, contributing to the long-term protection of marine resources. In short, fishing is not only an important economic sector but also closely related to the balance of the ecosystem. To ensure sustainable aquatic resources, there needs to be coordination between the government, fishermen and the community in implementing reasonable fishing measures. Protecting the environment and developing economic models that are friendly to nature. Another important factor in ensuring sustainable fisheries is minimizing the negative impacts of climate change. Increasing ocean temperatures, rising sea levels and ocean acidification are seriously affecting fishery resources. Many fish species migrate to other waters or decline in numbers due to changes in their habitats. Therefore, research and application of climate change adaptation measures are necessary to protect fisheries. In addition, controlling seawater quality and limiting pollution from industrial and agricultural activities also play an important role. Plastic waste, oil spills and chemicals from land can degrade marine ecosystems, directly affecting the output and quality of seafood. Programs to reduce ocean plastic waste, treat wastewater and protect coral reefs are being implemented by many countries to minimize negative impacts on fishery resources. At the same time, the application of international standards and certifications for sustainable fishing is also an important trend. Certifications such as MSc, Marine Stewardship Council, or ASC, Aquaculture Stewardship Council, help ensure that seafood products are harvested responsibly and do not harm the environment. Promoting the consumption of certified sustainable products not only helps protect seafood resources but also creates a stable market for fishermen and businesses in the industry. In general, the combination of strict management, modern technology, community awareness and sustainable policies will help the fishing industry develop in a stable and long-term direction. Every individual, from fishermen to consumers, has an important role in protecting the ocean, maintaining seafood resources and ensuring life for future generations. In addition to management measures and technology, cooperation between countries in the field of fisheries also plays an important role. Many countries have joined international agreements on the protection of fishery resources, such as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, or the Agreement on Port-State Measures, PSMA, to prevent illegal, unreported and unregulated, IUU, fishing. These agreements help control fishing activities, prevent overfishing and protect the marine environment more effectively. In addition, the development of smart fishing technology is opening up many new opportunities. Devices such as selective fishing nets help reduce the rate of bycatch of unwanted species, while satellite tracking systems help manage fishing vessel activities. Ensuring that fishing takes place within permitted limits. The application of artificial intelligence, AI, to analyze data on fishery resources also helps fishermen make reasonable fishing decisions, avoiding depletion of marine resources. In addition, the seafood processing and export industry also has a great influence on fishing methods. The growing demand for sustainably sourced seafood products is forcing businesses and fishermen to adopt environmentally friendly fishing methods. This not only helps protect marine ecosystems but also increases the economic value of the seafood industry. In short, the future of fishing must be carried out responsibly, combining science, technology and conservation policies. If all stakeholders, from governments, businesses to fishermen and consumers, work together to implement sustainable measures, we can ensure stable seafood resources, contribute to protecting the ocean and sustaining livelihoods for future generations. In addition to the above solutions, the establishment of marine protected areas is also an important measure to protect aquatic resources. These protected areas act as breeding and recovery areas for many fish species, helping to maintain ecological balance. When marine species have a safe environment to develop, aquatic resources will be naturally regenerated, thereby helping to maintain future catches. In addition, the promotion of responsible fishing models is also being encouraged by many international organizations. These models include limiting seasonal catches, using fishing gear that does not harm the ecosystem, and minimizing negative impacts on non-target species. For example, some fishermen have switched to using nets of appropriate sizes to avoid catching substandard juveniles, helping to protect the source of fish for the future. Moreover, the fisheries industry also needs the participation of science and technology in researching and protecting the marine environment. Scientists are studying the impacts of climate change on fisheries, and are developing adaptation solutions such as adjusting fishing areas or changing fishing methods. Advances in biotechnology can also help improve aquaculture productivity. Reducing pressure on wild fish stocks. Finally, every individual in society can also contribute to protecting fisheries resources through responsible consumption. Choosing certified sustainable seafood products, reducing plastic waste in the ocean, and supporting marine protection policies will help build a healthier marine ecosystem. Overall, for the fishing industry to develop sustainably, there needs to be close coordination between governments, fishermen, scientists, and consumers. If we implement good protection and exploitation measures, we can ensure stable aquatic resources, protect the ocean and maintain fisheries for many generations to come. In addition to measures to protect aquatic resources, supporting sustainable livelihoods for fishermen is also an important factor. Many fishermen depend entirely on fishing to sustain their lives. But with overexploitation and climate change, fish stocks are increasingly declining, making their incomes unstable. Therefore, policies to support fishermen to switch to alternative economic models such as sustainable aquaculture, marine ecotourism or high-value seafood processing will help them stabilize their lives without putting pressure on the marine ecosystem. Some coastal localities have been successful in combining tourism with aquatic conservation. Visitors can participate in activities such as diving to see corals, experiencing the life of fishermen, or enjoying fresh seafood from clean farming models. This not only creates new sources of income for fishermen but also raises public awareness of the importance of protecting the ocean. In addition, developing the fisheries industry in a high-tech direction is also a potential solution. Applying artificial intelligence, AI, big data and the Internet of Things, IoT, to monitor aquatic resources, forecast fish production and optimize fishing processes helps to reduce waste and increase fishing efficiency. These innovations not only help protect ecosystems but also increase the economic value of the fisheries industry. Furthermore, governments need to strengthen international cooperation to address illegal, unreported and unregulated IUU fishing. These practices not only harm the environment but also affect food security and equity in the fisheries sector. Measures such as sharing data on fishing activities, strictly monitoring fishing vessels and imposing severe penalties for violations will help prevent this. Overall, for the fishing industry to develop sustainably, there needs to be close coordination between the government, fishing communities and international organizations. Combining conservation, technological innovation and blue economy development will help maintain fishery resources, ensure long-term livelihoods for fishermen and protect the marine environment for future generations continuing from there. Another important factor is the development of fisheries development policies associated with integrated coastal zone management. This is a comprehensive approach, combining marine resource protection with sustainable economic and social development. Coastal areas have a special role in aquaculture and ecotourism development. However, the development of these industries must be associated with environmental protection and minimizing negative impacts on ecosystems such as coral reefs, mangroves, or endangered aquatic species. Integrated coastal zone management policies require the participation of many parties, including governments, fishing communities, scientists and businesses. This could include establishing marine protected areas, improving management of aquaculture areas, reducing pollution and overfishing, and promoting green tourism and environmental protection. Another potential direction is to invest in sustainable aquaculture models, such as fish farming in recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS. These are closed aquaculture systems that minimize the use of land, water and feed, while minimizing waste to the environment. This model can provide a clean food source, ensure quality and protect water resources. The application of high technology in aquaculture also helps fishermen increase productivity and reduce production costs. It is also important to emphasize that initiatives to protect marine resources can go hand in hand with protecting coastal communities, especially those areas where many people depend on traditional fishing. Providing new vocational training programs and transforming the economic model for coastal communities will create sustainable development and help fishermen maintain their livelihoods without harming the marine environment. In short, achieving sustainable development in the fishing and seafood industry requires a comprehensive strategy and multi-dimensional cooperation between parties. Protecting the environment, raising public awareness, applying advanced technology and creating new economic opportunities will contribute to the strong and sustainable development of the fisheries industry. While protecting the marine ecosystem for future generations, fishing is an important activity in the economies of many countries, especially those with large seas. There are many different fishing methods, each suitable for different types of fish and habitats. One of the most common methods is netting. Fishermen will drop nets into the sea and catch fish in them. Nets can be dropped in shallow or deep water, depending on the type of fish the fisherman wants to catch. In addition, there is the fishing method, in which the fisherman will use bait to attract fish and pull them up. Fishing is often used to catch small fish or in coastal areas. Another method is fishing with hooks combined with live bait. Which increases the chance of catching large fish. Finally, trap fishing is also quite popular, especially in lakes or rivers. These traps are often designed to attract fish and hold them, allowing fishermen to harvest fish efficiently. In addition to traditional methods, technology has also improved the way of fishing. One of the notable inventions is the use of modern fishing boats, equipped with devices such as sonar and GPS, which help fishermen accurately determine the location of fish schools. These boats can catch large numbers of fish in a short time and minimize the risks when going to sea. Another method used in the fishing industry is aquaculture. Instead of catching fish naturally, farmers will create an artificial environment for fish to grow, in order to provide a stable source of fish for the market. However, this method also requires strict control of water quality, food and habitat to ensure healthy fish growth. Although there are many different fishing methods, all need to comply with regulations to protect marine resources to avoid overexploitation, affecting the sustainability of marine ecosystems. Protection measures, such as limiting fishing seasons and implementing no-take areas, are important to maintain long-term fish stocks. To ensure the sustainability of fishing, the application of responsible fishing methods is becoming increasingly important. Countries and international organizations have introduced regulations to minimize negative impacts on the marine environment, such as banning the fishing of endangered species or applying quotas on the size and quantity of fish allowed to be caught. One of the important environmental protection measures is the restoration and protection